Sanjoy Chattopadhyay, HIG Bayside. Could you say a few words what you're doing?
Of course, yeah. HIG Capital is a Miami-based private equity fund. It's $15 billion of equity under management. And we have been opportunistically investing in real estate. The real estate strategy is relatively new, 12 months old. I lead the charge for the value-add real estate investments around Europe. And so far, we are, in our first 12 months, we've invested approximately into $500 million of assets.
There's a lot of capital, core capital, opportunistic capital coming into Europe, specifically into London. Is the UK an opportunity market?
Look, I think it is. It's a very deep market. Yeah, it's a very liquid market, and there's a lot of information about assets in the market. Having said that, I think a lot of the really good trades have already been done. There is a weight of capital coming in here, which means some of the profitability, for guys like me, for investors, is much more reduced than it was a couple of years ago.
Leads me to the next question. If they're not in UK or in London, where else are you investing right now?
Yeah, look, it's a good question, we're lucky in that we don't, we're very flexible in our strategy. We have already invested in Spain, in the Netherlands, in Romania. We've done a deal recently. We're still looking at Ireland. So there are several markets and several asset classes out there where we could be investing. Yeah.
You're investing primarily into situations where there are dislocations in the capital markets.
Yes,
right?
Correct. Yeah.
What does it mean?
That means that, look, the European economy and the European real estate industry, the lenders to the European real estate industry were the banks, right? And that's in contrast to the American markets where they were the bonds, right? And so now we know the banks are completely over-leveraged. There's actually no financing to step in, right, when the current maturities are expiring. And that's what we mean by a dislocation, the fact that there is no one to refinance the current debt stack. Okay? And that's where we come in as emergency capital to fill up the financing gaps in these markets. Now, if you have a look at where that financing gap has disappeared today, that funding gap, the gap has disappeared pretty much in the UK and in Ireland. These are functioning capital markets, and therefore the trades aren't as interesting for us.
So you're moving early on, kind of ahead of the pack.
That's right. We did the first SAREB deal. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And then, the way I look at it is if you start to meet your friends in the airport lounges and your competitors in the airport lounges, you kind of know it's time to sell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we've done less in that category, the NPL category in Spain. Having said that, we've got the platform set up, right, and that allows us to move very fast. Netherlands is a similar trade for us as well. I think by probably by the summer we would have bought about $200 million of assets in the Netherlands as well. You're buying platforms, right? We're buying assets, right? The way we like to do things is choose a theme and choose an operating partner, who co-invests alongside us, and then really programmatically roll out that theme. I.e., if we're doing light industrial in the Netherlands, for example, happy to, we'll pick up one small portfolio of 20 million, very similar, next 20 million, and so on until we build up to, to critical mass. As an opportunistic investor, your return expectations are probably outrageously high. Not outrageously high. We're in the 18% to 25% category, depending where we are on the risk curve. So we spoke about UK, Spain you mentioned, Netherlands. Yep. Which other markets are you looking? Are you active in already? Yeah, we're active in Ireland, right? But specifically Dublin. We are active we've just done a deal in Romania. We're looking closely at some of the new markets where we expect where there is a dislocation, and we expect that dislocation to rectify itself. So Portugal's a very good example of that. UK, of course, is two countries in itself. It's London and the regions. I think like everyone, we're starting to look at the regions, but there's more risk, I think, on your exit in the regions. Yeah.
In terms of volume, how much money are you looking to invest in Europe?
It's been announced that in Q4 we're going to be raising, $500 to $750 million for a dedicated European real estate fund.
And are you on target to achieve that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanjoy, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right. Great. Thank
Yes,
you.
thanks.
All right. Yeah.